And in China, people are embracing the new year with various celebration activities. In Chongqing, more than 500 people have been taking part in the parade of decorated floats since Sunday at Foreigner Street. Foreign shop owners are advertising their products in Chongqing dialect to attract customers. And in Guangzhou, about 10,000 people have attended a feast in Baiyuan district. Citizens enjoy the festive atmosphere and make wishes for the new year. Meanwhile, millions of colored lights have turned the main streets in Dalian into avenues of stars. And in a Mongolia autonomous region, fishermen cast their nets into a lake, catching fish in traditional ways. Tourists are attracted there to buy the fresh fish. And people in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region wear traditional costumes and perform traditional dances to celebrate the festival. They all expect better lives in the coming new year.
Now, let's talk to Si Hoi in Hong Kong. Well, Hoi, we have just seen a very special spectacle of light and fireworks. We have just a bid farewell to the year 2012. What will that year be remembered by people in Hong Kong? Hoi.
Yeah, Happy New Year. At this, we can see the firework display is still going on. We can see there's a spectacular fireworks. This is in the harbor of the Victoria Harbor, and also with the buildings in the Hong Kong Island side. We can have we know that there's about 400,000 people just there gathering in the two sides of harbor to enter the celebration. Actually, for the last year, for the 2012, the last year, I would say that it is a kind of combination of both the happiness and sadness. And as we can see, as the firework has just reminded us that because the last time the firework displays in Hong Kong, it just in the last October, it caused most serious, very accidents in Hong Kong. It is quite a saddest point to Hong Kong in the last year. But also we know that there's quite a lot of happiness in the last year also, especially because last year the newly elected chief executive was elected in the last year, and the new administration of the Hong Kong just bring a lot of expectation and also bring a lot of hope to the people in Hong Kong for the next few years. So I would say many people I've talked to in the areas here, many of them they just wish that for the new year they hope that they have a lot. Not only their own life, but also want Hong Kong will be better and better in the next year. Back to you.
Well, Hoi, you just mentioned some of the resolutions of the Hong Kong people. As you said, 2012, there has been sluggish economy, some accidents, but what are the New Year wishes of the people there?
Yeah, as I said, for the last year, we have recorded some happiness, the side for the good side for the of Hong Kong, especially in terms of the economy. So, for example, last year Hong Kong recorded the new record high number of visitors in Hong Kong, and also the economic growth has a steady growth in the last few quarters in Hong Kong, and also we know that. The rent in Hong Kong has just become the most expensive rent in Hong Kong in the world. So it is quite a lot of good sides to the economy of Hong Kong. So many of people I've talked in Hong Kong, they wish that the Hong Kong economy will be better and better, especially in the last few years. There are quite a lot of the global economy is still in uncertainty in many areas. So I mean, for most of the people, they both wish have a good economy in Hong Kong next year. Of course, I wish many people wish good, healthy and happiness to them and to their family, and also many of them they just wish both Hong Kong and China have a better and better future. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Hoi. A happy New Year, and also a healthy and recovery of the economy in Hong Kong. And now let's cross over to our correspondent Andrew Lee in Taipei for the New Year celebrations over there. Andrew, Happy New Year. What is the atmosphere in Taipei?
Hi, Happy New Year to our CCTV viewers. The atmosphere in Taipei, in fact, here at Taipei 101 is very, very energetic. People are very high because they hope for a prosperous and happy 2013. The people crowds gather here at Taipei 101. They're enjoying songs and dance performances, live band performances here at Taipei 101 building. We have just witnessed a spectacular firework. The firework had a lighting up display that says "Time for Taiwan." People hope it's time for Taiwan because this year, 2012, the past year, has been a sluggish economic development year for the people of Taiwan. So we're hoping for a more prosperous and moving out of the recession year for the year 2013. People here in Taipei 101 are so very happy because this year is the year for Taiwan. They hope so.
Yes, what are the other resolutions that the Taiwan people have for the year 2013? What have you heard?
That's a wonderful question. The resolution for the year 2013, for this coming year, that people here in Taiwan, they wish that they could have a better living standard because this year is a year of economic recession due to the U.S. sluggish growth and due to the European debt crisis. So Taiwan's economy has been somewhat affected. So the growth here in Taiwan's economy has been slow. So the New Year resolution that people have in mind is better living, more income. They want to make more money and to increase their living standards, to make their lives better. So people here in Taiwan, we are hardworking people, just like our friends and families in mainland China. We hope to work together as one big happy family and have a good year for the year 2013. So people here in Taiwan, they are really, really looking forward. And they plan to work hard. This is their New Year resolution, to work hard for a better year, for prosperity in 2013.
Yes, indeed, a happier and wealthier year ahead. Thank you, Andrew, for your reporting from Taipei. And now,
I guess I want you to look into your crystal ball. Given all of this data, has China's economy in fact bottomed out, or do you think we're in for a more of a rough patch as we go into next year?
I think China's economy has definitely bottomed out. The third quarter is probably the worst that we are going to see. The fourth quarter so far, all the data that's coming in looks very good. Retail sales are up, industrial profits are up, there's been more purchases of real estate even, and you have the manufacturing sector that's purchasing more raw materials. You don't see these kinds of activities unless the economy has turned a corner. And this corner looks like, this corner that it has turned, it looks like it's going to be a trend. But with the data that we've seen that's coming out for the fourth quarter, let's not get a little bit too exuberant about it, because a lot of that is being driven by some unexpected increases in exports. We can't always depend on exports to always be as strong as it is right now.
Mm-hmm. But actually, we know that most analysts expect Chinese economy to grow more than 8% next year, but many are worried about some of the challenges, such as the housing prices. Many worried about a potential bubble in the prices, and also the government spending is considered very high at the current level. So what do you think of it? Do you think the government spending will be, the deficit will increase next year?
Right now they talk about having an active fiscal policy. And so an active fiscal policy is trying to reduce the taxes to allow the citizens to be able to have more money to spend. And also it means government spends more. I don't think that the government is going to spend as much as it has in the past. In the past, government has always gone for very large growth, strong growth, high growth. But what you hear coming out of the new economic work conference is that the government's going to go for more quality growth, and that implies that it's not going to be as much. There's not going to be as much spending as there has been before. And I really hope that the government is very conservative about its spending, because it really needs to steer clear of a fiscal deficit.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, I want to talk about one of the other buzzwords that you had on your screen there, which was urbanization. There seems to be this kind of uncomfortable tension between wanting to focus on the agricultural sector, obviously for myriad reasons, including food security, and also just the sheer population numbers that we're talking about. Is the levels of urbanization that China's policymakers are suggesting feasible or even advisable? I mean, I've spoken to some analysts who say, well, actually, it's time to get people back into rural areas and incentivize them to not flood into the big cities. What do you think?
I think, so it's true that urbanization has been a buzzword, especially with the new leadership that's come in. I don't think that they need to do anything to incentivize people for urbanization to occur. I think it's already occurring. People from the rural areas, they want to come into the cities. They want to come into the cities. Why? They want to come into the cities for better access, for the transportation, for better health care, for education, for opportunities to make more money. And of all of these things, what you're seeing is that they're having a hard time accessing all of this. What they are able to do is they are able to come into the cities, make a little bit more money, but then they move back to the rural areas. I mean, that's not what urbanization is. That's not what China has in mind. I think what China has in mind is something longer term. They want the cities to grow. And for cities to grow, it benefits everyone. And this is a way, for example, where income disparity can be reduced. And if income disparity can be reduced, this is good for welfare of the people, and it's good for the government.
Well, I agree with Professor Kim because I think a key of the urbanization is to settle down the 160 million migrant workers in China. And they should become citizens by providing them with better access to the social security kind of thing.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
is that sustainable, really?
And here's the
everyone
thing.
wants, I feel like everyone wants the Chinese version of the American dream. But, I mean, can they have that? Is that really...
Actually, I have figure here that you're from the U.S.
Okay.
And I think the urbanization rate in the U.S. is around 80%. In China, it's just surpassing 50%.
Okay.
So there's still a gap here.
Yeah, I think the process of urbanization has some challenges. Okay, so how does China keep the people who are coming to the cities to get them to stay? China needs to re-examine their hukou system.
Yeah,
that is for sure. And so what this means is that the people who are coming to the cities, give them hukous, make it easier for them to get hukous, so that it allows them to access the health care, the educational opportunities, job opportunities, and there's going to be a cost for China in the short run, of course, because you can't give out so many hukous and it not be a cost. But in the long run, China can benefit. Even in the short run, China can benefit. The people coming to the cities, they provide low-cost labor, and so that's beneficial for China. If they stay in the cities, it makes the cities grow. The future citizens of the cities in China can be the children of the people coming from the migrant and rural areas.
Yeah, I guess we will see the effects over the coming generations.